All right, guys, how's everybody doing today? Back to another video. Sorry for the delay with this. My power's been going in and out the last couple weeks, so it's been hard to get recording and editing done. It seems like whenever I start, power flicks off and I end up having to start over. Anyway, today's video is going to be an update on all of the fantastic features on High Block Capital. So if you didn't catch my first video on that, I'll link it up here in the top right hand corner for you of the screen. It's going to be a very quick video today, just going over some of the new features and new benefits that they have recently added to their platform. If you guys are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you smash the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of these tutorials or analysis videos that I do in the future. A whole bunch of useful, awesome links are down in the description below as well. Make sure that you guys check all that out, and let's go take a look at the new features. So let me go ahead and sign in here real quick. Okay, so it looks like it took me directly to the chart, which is a good thing because that's going to be the vast majority of where some of these newer features are, okay? Also, what you need to keep in mind is that this chart, it's also available for the free version of this platform as well. Now, the first thing that you'll notice is in the last video, there was a High Block Indicators yellow button up here. So that's actually gone now. And when you click the indicators, they've actually got this nice menu that they redid. I guess they recoded this or something. A couple of the really cool indicators that they just added in this new update, and I'll throw them on the screen real quick. One is Trollbox users. They also added user bot ratio. So let's go over these two first, right? So basically the user bot ratio, this basically measures the ratio of actual traders to bot traders. So you can see it fluctuate here based on your time zone. You can kind of get an idea for when there's more users trading than versus when there's bots trading and stuff like that. I believe that there's also some settings and stuff that you can apply in here, just like any other indicator. You can change them and all of that stuff. You can put them side by side and take this off and just kind of see the amount side by side, which is really nice. Then there's also this Trollbox users indicator. So on most exchanges that have a Trollbox, there's a command that you can type in to the chat that will publicly display your position or your P&L and stuff like that. This kind of plots that in the same way, except it aggregates all the data of people that have inputted their positions into the Trollbox, and you can actually see that here. So pulling those off the screen, another couple sentiment indicators that they added is the actual leaderboard. This is by notional profit or by ROE. So let's take a look at both of these real quick and kind of compare them. They're only going to be slightly different because these basically end up measuring the same thing. But at the end of the day, of course, you can go through here and you can actually sort these by people on the leaderboard. So if you want to be tracking someone that's on the leaderboard, like a big well-known trader, a big whale that's on BitMEX, you can actually track them here, and it populates this list with all of the people on the leaderboard. But again, usually you're just going to leave this on all, and you can kind of see in general a combination aggregated data for all of those people that are on the big BitMEX leaderboards, all those big whales, and kind of see what their ROE is. So that's really, really awesome. So moving on, one of the most interesting indicators that I'm really, really excited about is this one, Grayscale. So this is Grayscale assets under management and directly comparing it to the price of Bitcoin. But that's not all this indicator does, right? So again, you can come into the settings here and you can actually have it display the assets under management, total shares, assets per share, holdings per share, and market per share. So this is a very, very useful indicator to have, especially when comparing it to the price of Bitcoin. Very, very useful here. I'm probably going to end up using this indicator quite a bit. So the next indicator that they added that's actually really useful is these two liquidation indicators. Okay, so there's two of these. This one down here is you can come into the settings and you can actually select which exchange you want to be looking at in terms of liquidation. So I think the default is Binance. Now you're able to actually compare all of those liquidations and stuff to each other, which is really, really awesome. And then this one up here is basically just an aggregation of all of those. So basically, this one is just one exchange. So if you want, you could compare two exchanges to each other, or you could just take this indicator off and come in here into the settings, and then just kind of check which ones that you actually want to be looking at, right? So you can see here it tracks all of the liquidations across all of the exchanges and stuff. So obviously greens are those are going to be long liquidations, and the red ones, those are going to be short liquidations, right? So you can kind of track that up against the price of Bitcoin. And it's kind of cool to be able to see like how many big whales are actually getting liquidated because they ended up being wrong. So another thing that you can do now, which is really important for being able to track whales specifically, is these buy volume indicators. Okay, so there are a couple of these. I'll just go over maybe two of these. The first, let's just go over the regular buy volume one first. You can do one exchange at a time, and then you still have that option to be able to select the amount of liquidity. So this is 1 to 10 million. So there was like a humongo whale that bought here, right, on this dip. So that was that humongous buyback, right? So there was a huge whale that bought this. That was basically one person that bought all of this back, and they probably ended up getting screwed. They probably lost quite a bit of money on that. So it's kind of cool to be able to see that. And again, you can sort these by exchanges. You can do Binance, and stuff like that, Huobi. Now, some of the other ones that are on there on the indicators, I'm pretty sure that you can also just do the regular aggregated as well. And this will also let you see all of the exchanges, and then you can still just kind of, filter through these and go, okay, I want to see everybody that's buying, 1 million to 10 million. So it'll filter out all the rest of that, and it'll come up on the chart when there's some big whales that are buying. So like all through this chop, there was pretty much no whales buying this. Okay. So it's really, really handy to be able to track the whales movements. And again, I know that this is just the BitMEX chart, but as you can see here with these indicators, you can do this across all of the major exchanges. That's why these tools are so valuable. So everybody also is always looking to be able to track volume, right? Volume is a very, very important thing on exchanges, especially when it comes to comparing that to the current price action, right? They've got these limit order and market order indicators. So I'll bring up these. You can do it by average size, or you can do it by count. Now, these will be aggregated, and again, you can select which exchanges you want. This brings up a chart, a bar chart of all of the market order counts aggregated, right? So when you come into the settings here, this is just for Binance. Okay, so if you want to see Binance, Bybit, and OKEx and Huobi, right? Let's look at those. So it'll come up with all of those, and then you can actually switch it from either buy order counts or sell order counts, and you can change them. Okay, and then you can also do the total for just total market orders. So you can do the same thing down here for the limit orders by count. You can do it by exchange, and you can do it by kind of order, or you can do an aggregated total of all of them. This is extremely handy for tracking volume across multiple exchanges at the same time without having to have a crap load of different indicators and a crap load of different charts up on your screen, hundreds of tabs open. You're not going to have to do that anymore. You can literally just bring up these indicators, and you can just check them on and off. Like, okay, let me check Binance real quick, or okay, I'm done with Binance. Let me look at Huobi. I want to see the total sell orders, and you can just bring that up. And then you can do the same thing up here if you want to, compare the limit orders on Huobi to the market orders on Huobi, and just do a total for, buys up here. And then you can aggregate these by sells down here, and you can kind of be comparing these, right, by actual numbers. So when you right click on your chart and you go over to these indicator last value, you can actually see these values ticking up in real time as it's counting the total number of these market and limit orders for sells and buys and stuff that you have. And as you change these, it's easy to forget which ones you have these on if you've got like 3 of these on your screen. So it will tell you up here if you have it for buy or sell or total. Now, for sake of video length, I'm not going to go ahead and go over too many of a whole bunch of the other indicators, right? Okay, I want to have you guys kind of explore a lot of these, but I am going to tell you which ones are also newer that they just added. Okay, so there's 16 new order flow and open interest indicators. So now users are basically going to be able to track all kinds of volume, whether it's buy volume, sell volume. You can also track now the volume delta, and all of these are going to be able to be shown in aggregated or a cumulative basis based on what's most important for you to be displayed by trade size. So for example, if you want to take a look at what the CVD is of whales, the cumulative volume delta, that's what CVD is for whales, and orders above 10 million or 1 million only, you're able to actually do that now. And you can look at that across either one exchange or all of the exchanges. This is pretty much the power of this high block capital platform. This is getting into more in-depth analysis so that you're able to track these whales. And this is a very low cost platform to be able to be doing this. I think it's like $100 a month or something like that. If you wanted a tool like this by comparison, a tool that serves these same functions like Bloomberg Trading Desk, okay, that's like thousands and thousands of dollars per month to be able to get access to this data. These guys are giving it to you for like very, very cheap. This is a fantastic platform. Like I got to tell you, and I'm not doing this. This video isn't sponsored, by the way. This isn't a sponsored video at all. I do reviews on this platform and I stay up to date, and I want to keep you up to date with what they're doing on this platform, because there isn't another platform out there that's taking all of these things and putting it in front of you on one website. All right, guys, that's it for today. Make sure that you check out all the links down in the description below. There's obviously links to this platform as well as my free Telegram, Twitter, and all of that good stuff. Stay tuned for next time. I do a video every single week. Make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the tutorials or analysis that I do here or on my Twitter or in Discord or private Telegram. There's so many channels that I'm in. Just go join them. I'm everywhere. Just go join them. That's pretty much it. That's the video. So until next time, happy trading.